Industry norms says that we should always maintain 2:1. That means asset should be more than the liability. Preliminary expenses is that you are supposed to subtract with the total assets. What is this asset test ratio? Quick assets divided by current liability. Hello everybody, a warm welcome to one and all. I'm Abhilash Chandra from the Department of Commerce and Management in Vidyashram First Grade College, the Temple of Excellence. Welcome to all the students for this very session. Now in this session, I'm gonna teach you a few of the formulas where it is very easy for you to remember and understand. Now here when we go with the formulas here of ratio analysis, please do understand what exactly are the formulas. The first one here we have as the formulas is liquidity and solvency. That is how well the solvency of a company is stated. So here the first one we have is liquidity and solvency. Now in that we have current ratio. In current ratio we'll go with the formula is very simple. Current ratio. Current assets divided by current liabilities, and we have solved n number of problem, and I know that you don't have any problem with this formula, but here you need to know who are the people who really will see to it, are the parties we are who are interested in it. Short-term creditors, investors, money lenders, and like the parties who really want to invest in the company. Next is industry norms says that we should always maintain 2:1. That means asset should be more than the liability. Next we have is the liquidity ratio. It is also called as quick ratio as well as asset test ratio. Now asset in the sense how fast it will react. The same way we need to go with quick ratios. Now in this quick ratio we have two things again, assets and liabilities. So quick ratio is equal to quick asset divided by quick liability. So what is this quick liability? Current liability, where you are supposed to subtract few of the things. Understand? Current asset minus stock minus prepaid expenses. So this is what is called as quick asset. What are the entire thing here? What is that called as? Quick asset divided by now current liabilities minus whenever you get overdraft. Right, bank overdraft, you are supposed to subtract with the current liability, then you will get what? The quick liabilities. We also call that as a current liabilities only, but you are supposed to here subtract bank overdraft or anything which is pre-received income. Bank overdraft you are supposed to bank OD, you are supposed to take it out. That is what the current liability minus bank overdraft you are supposed to take, and it is 1:1. So anywhere that is assets, that is quick assets, and the quick liability should be like same 1:1. Next we have is absolute liquid ratio, that is even faster, right? So here what it is, cash, easily the fastest asset is what? The cash, and marketable securities divided by quick liability. When I say quick liability, what does it? Current liability minus your bank overdraft minus any kind of a, see here only, pre-received income. Pre-received income, that is what you are supposed to deduct. Next we have is proprietor ratio. Now proprietor, who is the person? The shareholder is the first person who actually started the company. So what it is? Proprietor fund, that is here shareholders fund divided by total assets. When I say total assets, you need to understand, if in the problem, if you have any kind of a total assets, if you have preliminary expenses, please take this. Preliminary expenses is that you are supposed to subtract with the total assets. That is what you are supposed to do. And what is the percentage here is 60% to 75% is what they want you people to maintain. If it is more than 75 or it is less than 60, now there is a volatility. So we need to maintain 60% to 75% to have a very good norms with the industries. So these are the formulas here, and the next one we have is capitalization. Now in capitalization we have something called debt equity ratio, that is debt divided by equity. Now what is debt? The long term debt is what we actually call that as, and then shareholders fund in the sense the same thing, that is what the proprietor fund is, that is shareholders equity. This is what the shareholders fund, that is what the equity is. Now we'll go with the problem number 5. Now this is what the examination questions will look like. You are supposed to understand the columns here. Now following is a balance sheet of Raj Limited, that is here 2019, and they have given here the liabilities, and here we have the assets. Now, if you go with it, I told you, don't see what is there here in the balance sheet. Just you need to understand the question, what is that they're asking you. So when we go with that, total sales, again they have given, that is the sales for the year ended 31/3/2019 is 42,75,000, and sales return is 3,75,000. Next, from the above balance sheet and sales, you are required to calculate what are that? Asset test ratio. Now, asset test ratio is also called as quick ratio. It is also called as what? The liquidity, right? Now, the same way, current ratio, debt equity ratio, proprietary ratio. See, usually 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 more entries they'll actually ask you calculate. Now we are not doing those 3 here. So in the next classes, I'll be doing those 3 also. We have that gross, we have net and operating and all. So I'll tell you again the same kind of a thing, but let's get to know what these ratios are. So here we have that asset test, current ratio, debt equity, proprietor, and then we are supposed to go with the next things. Now understand, let's go with the first one. Asset test ratio is equal to, what is this asset test ratio? Quick assets divided by current liability. But I told you, whenever we go with current liability, we are supposed to deduct bank overdraft. So what is that we should deduct? We need to deduct what? Minus bank overdraft, if you have bank overdraft, or else what happens is you don't need to go with it. So let's go with this. What is the question that they are asking? Here we have liabilities, here we have assets. What is that we should do is calculate 3 things: current assets, quick assets, current liability. Now without bank overdraft, quick liability. So here we will just go with this. I'll take a working note here itself. Let's go with this. First is assets we'll calculate. We'll calculate, the first thing is current assets we'll calculate. Then we'll go with current liability we'll calculate. So here property and assets is what they have given. Fixed assets, will you calculate? No. So this is not there. That means this is also not there. Now stock, yes, it is a current asset. Marketable security, current asset. So we'll write here current assets, then debtors, current assets. Again, cash, very easily you will see what is current asset, what is yours, and it can be converted to cash. So all these things are converted to cash very fast. Now here debtors is there, then cash is there, then we have bills receivable, again current assets. Now advances, current assets. Then prepaid expenses, you have already gone with it, current assets. Now we have preliminary expenses. Please understand, this is what the highlight is there. Now what do you mean by this preliminary expenses is, say when you started your company, you wanted to go for advertisement and all. Now you have invested on those advertisements, you have paid money. Preliminary means first, starting, earlier. Expenses, it is expense. Again, it is in the assets, but actually it is a loss for the company. That means you will not get it very fast. Say example, you will go for advertisement. Now people will not see that advertisement and they will not come and they will not purchase your product. So what happens is gradually after a year, 3 months, 6 months, 10 months, we don't know when it will actually fetches the money. But it is what right now it is loss for us. So you are supposed to subtract this preliminary expenses. Whenever you calculate the total assets, you need to subtract what? Preliminary expenses, because it is a loss and it comes in the asset column only, but it is not a current asset nor it is a quick asset. So we have all these things. Now let's take the calci here. Now we'll go with it. Say example, stock is what? 4 lakh plus 1 lakh 50 plus 1 lakh 50. So it is 7 lakh. 7 lakh done. 7 lakh 50. 8 lakh. 8 lakh 30. So current asset is how much? 8 lakh 30. So we'll write here 8 lakh 30,000 rupees. Done. Now current liability. Now we'll go to the liability side. Now, which are the current liabilities? See here, we have current liabilities. Equity will not take, reserves will not take, profit and loss will not take. Now, understand this. Debenture. Now, will we take that as a current liability? No, will not take debentures. Done. Overdraft, yes, current liability. Provision for taxation, current liability. Bills payable, current liability. Now, outstanding expenses, again, current liability. Trade credit also, current liability. That means here we have from here to here, that is 2 lakh. Then we have again 2 lakh plus 2 lakh is 4 lakh, 4 lakh, 4 lakh 50, 4 lakh 80, 4 lakh 90. So we have 4,90,000 rupees as current liability. 4,90,000 rupees. One more entry is what we are supposed to go with. Let's go with the next one. That is, here we have quick asset and a quick liability is equal to. Now, quick asset in the sense what? Current assets minus stocks. So this is not quick asset. Again, prepaid expenses, it is not a quick asset. So it is not a quick asset. That means stock and prepaid expenses you are supposed to subtract. Now here it is 4,30,000. 4,30,000 minus 8,30,000. How much it is? 4 lakh. So your current asset is how much? 4 lakh. What is that we have done? In the quick asset, we are supposed to deduct two things. See, in the formula only I have told you. Stocks and prepaid expenses. Done. Now current liability here we have. Now for that quick liability, in the sense I told you, current liability minus if you have bank overdraft. See here, where is that bank overdraft we have? We have overdraft here. How much is it? 2 lakh. So 4,90,000 is what we have the current liability. The quick liability in the sense 4,90,000 minus 2 lakh is how much? 2,90,000. Done. So we'll go with the formulas now. Let's go with the formula. The first one is quick asset divided by current liability. What is the quick assets we actually got? Just check the quick asset here. Quick asset is 4 lakh and the quick liability is 2,90,000. So I'll write here quick asset divided by quick liability. That is, we have subtracted current liability minus bank overdraft. So is equal to, this is quick asset is 4 lakh divided by quick liability in the sense 2,90,000 is equal to, take your calci now. See, according to the industry norm, it is 1:1 is what we are supposed to get. So 4 lakh divided by 2,90,000 is equal to 1.37. So we'll round it up to 1.39. 1.38 is to 1. So that means what? This is my asset test ratio. That means what? Solvency rate is really good. Actually, the industry, what they say is, industry norms, what they say is 1:, I'll write it here, 1:1. But how much is it? 1.38:1. So it is really good. That is, the quick assets are more than your liability. So it is good. You can actually go for the solvency. Next we have is current ratio. Now we have already got to know what exactly is the current asset. We'll write again here. See, current assets I have written here. Current asset 2,30,000. Current liability is 4,90,000. So we'll go with that. Is equal to 8,30,000 divided by, then we have 4,90,000 is equal to, now see 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it is 83 divided by 49. Take your calci now. 83 divided by 49 is equal to 1.693. So I'll go with 1.69 only. That is 1.69 is to 1. Now what the industry norm says? The industry norms says that maintain 2:1. That means you should have twice the assets than the liability. But here how much? 1.69. That means here the current ratio, the solvency ratio is little less. Right? The current assets are less here according to the industrial norms. Next one we are supposed to go with, we have one more. See, again I've come here, please understand this. We went with 18,40,000. Here also 18,40,000. What is that? I told you, preliminary expenses you are supposed to deduct if you want total assets. So what is the question here? Debt equity ratio is what we are supposed to find. Now debt equity ratio is what? The long term debt divided by shareholders fund. So what is this long term debt? Here only long term debt. Where is it? Debentures. 2 lakh rupees. How much? 2 lakh. Nowhere you have any other thing. So we'll write here 2 lakh is equal to 2 lakh divided by, now calculate shareholders fund. Now how to calculate shareholders fund is equal to Now, I told you how to go with the shareholders fund. What are the shareholders fund? Equity shareholders. So let me just erase this for you people so that you will understand better. Let's erase all. Now, shareholders fund is 10 lakh. Reserves, again it is also shareholders. Profit and loss account, again that means 10 lakh plus 50, that is 10 lakh 50 plus 1 lakh is 11 lakh 50. But what exactly you people do is you just write 11 lakh 50, which is wrong. See in the question, they have something called preliminary expenses. You need to subtract that. That will also go with the shareholders fund. That means that is the loss which has happened. So that means what? 10 lakh. So I'll write it here. Shareholders fund is equal to, okay, 10 lakh plus we have reserves, that is 50,000, plus we have profit and loss is 1 lakh. Now this is what it is. How much is it? 11 lakh 50,000 minus we need to go with preliminary expenses, that is 10,000, is equal to 11 lakh 40,000 rupees. 11 lakh 40,000 rupees is your shareholders fund. So here 11 lakh 40,000. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, here 1, here 1. So 20 divided by 114. So again, go with this. 20 divided by 114 is equal to 0.17. How much is it? Is equal to 0.17 is to 1. This is what it is. Again, the norm says what 1 is to 1 is what they are supposed to go with. So here we got how much? 0.17 is to 1. Next one we have is the proprietor ratio. Again, proprietor in the sense shareholder fund divided by total assets. Total assets. So shareholder fund is how much? Here only we have calculated shareholder fund is how much here? 11 lakh 40,000. So I'll take here is equal to 11 lakh 40,000 divided by total assets. How much? Total assets. See here. What is the total assets here? 10 lakh 40,000. But I told you we are supposed to subtract with the preliminary expense because it is a loss for us. That means 18 lakh 40,000 minus 10,000 is how much? 18 lakh 30,000. So we'll go with this. 18 lakh 30,000 is equal to. Now let's go with that. Now the thing is 11 lakh 40,000. We have 11 lakh 40,000 divided by 18 lakh 30,000 is equal to 0.62. 0.62. Now you can actually represent this as 62%. How much you will go with? 62%. So this is what my proprietor ratio is. 0.62 is to 1. So this is how you will calculate the examination problem. Remember the formula. The formula is very simple. Quick ratio is that quick asset divided by quick liability. Next we have asset test liquidity ratio, or you can actually call it as a quick ratios also. That is what quick asset divided by quick liability. Now how will you go with quick liability? Is current liability minus any kind of a overdraft is given, you subtract that. Next we have is our debt equity ratio. Now debt equity ratio is debt divided by equity. Now when you go for calculation of equity, please understand preliminary expenses is there, please subtract that. Next we have proprietor. Now when it comes to proprietor, the formula is very simple. Shareholder fund divided by total asset. Again in shareholder fund and total asset, what is that you are deducting? You are deducting preliminary expenses. The minute you get preliminary expenses, start deducting it. So this is what it is. Any doubt regarding this session, please do call us. We are always there to help you. Thank you so much. I'll see you when I see you.